and 92-pound Doberman, a 2-year-old boy trapped and turning blue. A mother screaming into the phone, "My dog is attacking my son." The vet arrived with a sedative strong enough to put him down permanently. But when she walked into that playroom and saw what was really happening, she dropped to her knees and said 5 words that changed everything. "Good boy, Diesel, good boy." Because sometimes the most dangerous thing in the room isn't the dog everyone fears, it's the truth nobody sees. This is Diesel's story, and what happened at 2:47 p.m. on that Tuesday will make you question everything you think you know about aggressive dogs. They called him a monster, a 92-pound Doberman with a reputation that made 3 different vets refuse to see him. When the frantic 911 call came in reporting a dog attack on a toddler, even the emergency vet hesitated before driving to that house. What Dr. Chen discovered when she walked through that front door wasn't just shocking. It completely shattered everything she thought she knew about aggressive dogs. And the truth? It had been happening every single day for 6 weeks, and nobody knew. His name was Diesel. Jet black coat, cropped ears that made him look like he belonged on a prison guard poster, and a stare that could freeze you mid-step. The Richardsons adopted him from a rescue in Austin, Texas, despite every warning sign screaming at them to walk away. He'd been returned twice, once after he allegedly lunged at a child through a fence, the second time after he growled aggressively during a vet visit. Karen Richardson wanted him anyway. Her husband, Tom, a corporate lawyer who'd never owned a dog in his life, thought she'd lost her mind. "We have a 2-year-old son, Karen. This dog's file literally says not suitable for homes with children." But Karen had seen something in Diesel's eyes at that rescue facility. Not aggression, exhaustion. They brought him home on a Saturday. Their son, Jamie, a blonde-haired toddler with curious blue eyes, was staying at Grandma's for the weekend to give Diesel time to adjust. The plan was simple. 2 weeks of slow integration, professional training, controlled meetings. Except Jamie came home early. Grandma got the flu. Sunday morning, there they were, a 92-pound Doberman with a violent history and a 2-year-old in footy pajamas, standing 3 feet apart in the living room. Tom's hand was already on his phone, ready to call someone, anyone. Karen held her breath, and Diesel? He sat down, slowly lowered himself to the floor, and waited. Jamie, who had 0 concept of fear or appropriate boundaries, waddled over and patted Diesel's head like he was a stuffed animal. Diesel's tail wagged once. Tom exhaled. Okay, maybe this won't be a disaster. For 6 weeks, everything seemed perfect. Diesel followed Jamie everywhere. When Jamie ate, Diesel sat beside the high chair. When Jamie napped, Diesel laid outside his bedroom door. When Jamie played with blocks, Diesel became a living pillow. The neighbors whispered. The mailman took a different route. But inside that house, peace. Then came the incident. It was 2:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. Karen was in the kitchen unloading the dishwasher. Tom was at work. Jamie was in the playroom with Diesel. And then she heard it, a sound that stopped her heart. Jamie screaming, not crying, screaming, high-pitched, terrified, desperate screaming. She dropped a plate and ran. What she saw made her blood turn cold. Diesel had Jamie pinned against the wall, his massive body pressed against the toddler. Jamie's little arms were flailing. Diesel's mouth was open, teeth visible, and he was making a sound she'd never heard before, a low, guttural growl that vibrated through the room. "Diesel, no!" Karen screamed, grabbing for her phone. Her hands shook so badly she could barely dial. She didn't call 911. She called their emergency vet, Dr. Chen, who lived 7 minutes away. "My dog is attacking my son," Karen choked out. "Please, I need help now." Dr. Chen had treated aggressive dogs for 12 years. She'd seen bite wounds, maulings, the aftermath of dogs who'd just snapped. When she pulled into the Richardson driveway, she grabbed her emergency kit and a sedative strong enough to drop a dog Diesel's size in seconds. She was ready for blood, ready for trauma, ready to make the hardest call a vet ever makes. She walked through the front door.
Karen was sobbing in the hallway, too scared to go back in the playroom. "He won't let Jamie move," she cried. "I don't know what to do." Dr. Chen moved slowly toward the playroom. She could hear Diesel's growling. She could hear Jamie whimpering. And then she saw it. Her medical training took over instantly. She didn't sedate Diesel. She didn't pull him away. Instead, she dropped to her knees and did something Karen never expected. She whispered, "Good boy, Diesel. You're such a good boy."
Because Diesel wasn't attacking Jamie, he was saving him. Jamie had somehow gotten his head stuck between the wall and a heavy wooden toy chest that was tipping forward. The angle was crushing his neck. He couldn't breathe, couldn't scream for help. He was turning blue, and Diesel had wedged his entire 92-pound body between Jamie and that chest, holding it back with pure strength, keeping it from crushing the toddler's skull. The growling, that was Diesel straining under the weight. The open mouth, he was panting from exertion. He'd been holding that chest for over 4 minutes. Dr. Chen grabbed the chest. "Karen, help me now." Together, they lifted it. Diesel didn't move until Jamie was completely free. Then and only then did he step back. Jamie gasped, coughed, and started crying. Real crying, the kind that means you're alive and breathing and okay. Dr. Chen checked Jamie's vitals. Minor bruising, no broken bones, no concussion. He'd be fine. She turned to Diesel, who was now lying on the floor, trembling from exhaustion. She ran her hands over his body. His shoulders were strained. His front legs were shaking. He'd given everything he had to hold that weight. Karen collapsed next to Diesel, wrapping her arms around him. "I almost called the police," she sobbed. "I almost had you taken away." Dr. Chen looked at her. "In 12 years, I've seen a lot of aggressive dogs. Diesel isn't one of them. He's a hero." Tom came home an hour later. When Karen told him what happened, he didn't say a word. He just walked over to Diesel, sat down on the floor beside him, and cried. Not polite tears, full, body-shaking sobs. "Everyone said you were dangerous," he whispered into Diesel's fur. Everyone was wrong. That night, they moved Diesel's bed into Jamie's room, where it stayed. Every single night. Because the dog everyone feared had the biggest heart, and sometimes the ones labeled monsters are actually angels waiting for someone to see them clearly. So here's my question for you. Would you trust a dog labeled aggressive with your child's life? Or do you believe every dog deserves a chance to prove who they really are? Tell me in the comments.